Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name's John T. Wright. You know, I've been awake since 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm waking up around 2 o'clock in the morning again. And you know what? Lebanon's been on my mind. George Fairhart, Morton, Washington, and the whole thing. And you know, here we are again in the middle of August, I believe. And I believe it's the middle of August. And you know, last year they were going to do an invasion into our country. In September, we had fires and stuff out in Hawaii. We had stuff going on over there. I had Kaylee Sparks last night on the internet, by the way. And, you know, we have warships going out towards Lebanon right now. And boy, I'll tell you what, George Fairhart, you see what you triggered back a long time ago with me. And George, your ass ain't worth nothing to me. And Lebanon's gonna pay. And so is Iran for 50 Americans that was murdered back in the 1980s. This is the zodiac. There's 13 stars, and I'll give you hope today. My dad was the Zodiac killer. My dad was D.B. Cooper. I've been put through a whole lot more. And I'll tell you right now, when I get goddamn angered, what you're seeing in the world is what's goddamn happening. And isn't this fun now? And the Middle East, Iran, they better just watch it, because they might end up like Lebanon's just about ready to get. Matter of fact, I think it's going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah. They'll both get nailed at the same goddamn time for every fucking thing they goddamn did to me, my family, my friends, my fellow Americans. Law enforcement community, if there's something going on in your office, you better clean it up right now. Because I see everything. And the eyes of the Father works through me. I get worked up and somebody's going to goddamn pay. Matter of fact, when I pulled into this here very spot where I parked right here, somebody thought they're going to line up here like they're going to fucking block my space with their bodies. I wheeled right in here and they fucking moved. Guy came up the window and started telling me how I was going to move him around. I told him to get the fuck away from my vehicle. I said, you understand me? I said, you better back up 5 feet or I'm going to step out. Well, he says, I better get out of here, and you better get. And I'll tell you what, there's people that's pissed me off right here in Camas, Washington, and they angered my fuel. And I'll tell you this, those people, they better just goddamn knock it off. Good morning to everybody. This is a day of hope. It's not a day of dope. And Dawn will sell you dope instead of hope, and it's caused a lot of problems. And Dawn is now gone. He'll never be the President of the United States of America. And anybody that's a Republican, if you got a goddamn problem with me, your life's going to get goddamn crushed. You get it. You got it good. Because I'll tell you what, you think you're going to get out of it? You're not. Right here it says peace. You better fucking pick up peace, because if you don't pick up peace, you're going straight to goddamn hell. And you know, when you go down, you might not come up. There might not be nothing good left in you at the end. Not even nothing. But what I think is, I think we should get goddamn happy that this great days came. I think you better get goddamn happy. And I don't want to hear no bitching, whining, pissing, and complaining. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing from any of these officials that's around me. not doing their job. Matter of fact, what would make me happy is you get out today and you pick up goddamn garbage across the United States of America and you get my dump clean. Because I am pissed. I see cigarette butts, and you know what I want? Elbows and assholes. I want this goddamn country cleaned up right fucking now. And all the goddamn attitudes in it too. I'll tell you what, there's hard days behind us and there's better days ahead. And you get off your fucking ass and you goddamn do it today. You stick your attitudes right up your goddamn ass where they belong, because I don't want to hear your shit no goddamn more. And I'll tell you what, the Holy Father just goes off and speaks through me. And that's just the truth. He wants elbows and assholes. There's no excuse for garbage in the streets. Not here, nor there, nor anywhere. If I see it on a goddamn river, you're in trouble as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned. And anybody that throws a piece of garbage out of the fucking truck at my goddamn vehicle again, you are goddamn condemned. You are goddamn condemned. There's no fucking reason for it. You better goddamn stop it right now, because you are gonna fucking pay. And that's just the truth. People treat people terrible. And that's exactly what Donald Trump's done. He's fucking done this. Him and his group of weirdos. I know it. For a fact. And if I ever goddamn see a fucking Republican fuck with me again, they're going straight to goddamn hell. Every aspect of their life will be fucking twisted around, ripped around, and fucked around. And they'll say, why is this happening to me? Because you fucked up. You fucking did it. And by the way, the devil's not in control anymore. Donald Trump's the Antichrist, and he has been defeated. And I was at Armageddon. And next up, the Middle East is going to get goddamn cleaned up, and Russia's going to stick their tail up between their legs, or they're going to get goddamn punished. And we are not going to get punished like they're going to get goddamn punished. And we are going to survive. So it is written, so it is done. The younger will serve the older. And we are here today to serve and protect Israel at all costs. You will protect Israel. You will protect Israel in your heart, because I am Israel. I am everything. Considering what's happened, wait until you see what will happen. And if you fail to respond and get in line, God Almighty's coming down on you. And then it don't matter who the fuck you are. It don't care who the fuck you've been, or who the fuck you think you're ever gonna goddamn be. Isn't that nice? I'll tell you what. You better heed my warning, because all I can do is warn you. The ball's been fucking thrown. It's in mid fucking flight. There's only one way to diversion this. Hello, you better mellow. I want America getting clean today. I want people that are fucking bitching, moaning, complaining, right there with their elbows and assholes down. If you got a reason to bitch, you fucking get down and you start getting in the ditch. I want the fucking ditches cleaned out along the roads. I want safety performed. And I want motorcycles and cars and stuff to detone themselves and quiet their assholes down. There is no reason for people fucking thinking that they can cause goddamn noise when they come through an intersection. They open it up. And those people that know that what they're doing, I see you. I hear you. And you fucking piss me goddamn off. You have no rights in your cars to cause people havoc. And those little Donald Trump supporters with those flags and stuff, I want them off the goddamn trucks. I want the shit off the trucks. As far as I'm concerned, you can take all your goddamn stickers off your fucking trucks because we want to see you for you. And people that wear red hats in this country that think they're fucking so goddamn great, you better take those fucking red hats off because they pissed me goddamn off. When I see you, you are nothing more than a goddamn sight for me. I'll come down there and maybe talk to you myself because it pisses me off. You think you're so goddamn good, you come in the park with a red goddamn hat so I can fucking bean you? You're being beaned. When I see you with a red hat, when I see you with a Trump shirt on, when I see somebody with a red hat that has writing on it that's strange, I asked the man yesterday, and he was in the G Force or the G something. I just looked at him and said, I didn't like what I seen. I tried not to be judgmental, but I'm sure by my facial expressions he could tell that I wasn't very goddamn pleased with his weirdness. The G movement. It was what it was. I'd like to know what the G movement is, because the G movement, as far as I'm concerned, was just shit coming out of his asshole, because all it was puke to me. Really, it was puke to me. And when I see all these shit going around, it's puke. The common American that's nice is nice is nice. There's people out there that want to stick a feather up their ass because they're not getting their way. And by the way, those people that aren't getting their way, I'm going to give you a spoonful of shit right down your throat at the end of the day. And it does come from me, because if you do something towards me or anybody and it affects me like a ripple in the water, I'm going to throw a boulder in the water and it's going to go like this and it's going to cause a goddamn ripple. I could take something, a rock, and just goddamn throw it and hit another rock thinking about somebody, because you know what? God told me I was the rock. Donald Trump was the Antichrist and I'm the yin of the yang. I'm a common person with common sense. You have a nice day, because I'm here, and I'm here for America. I work for America every day, like I said in the past. I get up in the morning and I just see worries and I hear worries and I think worries. I turn on the news and the very things that are happening. I turn on the news and a nuclear submarine's rolling over there to take out Lebanon. George Fairhart. My dreams finally came true. My revenge comes. And you guys did it, I never. You guys triggered it, I never. But you wait and see what's going to happen. And, you know, George Fairhart, you know, I'd still like to see your asshole at the end of the day. And Jerry Wright, look what you guys caused. You know, you owe me money, Jerry Wright. And Bonnie, you two teamed up on me, brother and sisters, oh, Bonnie and Clyde, or the three of you. Ernie, you say you want to be responsible for it too. You're responsible for the money, $4,000 for that motorhome. I'll round it off to $4,000. And you know, you guys must pay that. You're going to go to Twin County Credit Union, and you just go down there and say, I'm going to put some money in John T. Wright's account. You guys know my previous address. Twin Star Credit Union's waiting for you. Don't delay. You get down there and you pay me today. I want that $4,000 for the motorhome. It'll make me happier. I want $1,000 out of Jerry's pocket for the money. The $1,000 of Wheaties money, Jerry. I want my Wheaties money. And I don't want you to fucking say one goddamn word except get your asshole down there and do it. Like elbows and assholes, I want you people to do it. Anybody that has a piece of property to me, right down to the glass that you guys stole off my desk, my cup, anybody that has it's condemned. You take it, you give it to Kevin Baker. Kevin Baker will be collecting my property, and he will sit there and smile at you as you bring it back, and you better treat Kevin Baker like kind. Don't you ever lean on that man again. You help that man and you aid him get his children back home to him. He hasn't deserved what he has got. My niece Tracy, I'll just forgive you outright because you're a good person. Remember, I tore up a $100 bill into a bunch of pieces. I dropped it in your hand. You put it back together, taped it and everything. And you know what? I love you. Don't ever think that I removed my love for you. But my anger is something you do not want to fuck with, little niece. Now, for the rest of them, James Wright. I'd like to see my brother James Martin Wright. And I'd like to see him ASP123. And I'll just tell you what, if I don't see him, my anger fucking grows. You see, so if I was somebody, I'd say, boy, maybe John's brother should come and see him. John would love to have a cup of coffee with his brother, Jim. Jerry's not the one that's come, but I will tell you, if Jim has any animosity towards me, I'll take Jim and Jerry on in a handicap match. Because it don't matter which one's first. I'm going to treat them both the same if they both turn on me. And it won't be goddamn good. Jerry, you better be goddamn responsible and fucking do what's goddamn right. For anybody out there that fucking doubts me, beware. The Holy Father has used me. The Holy Father does work with me. And by the way, the Holy Father is very happy with Kamala, Mrs. Harris. I might pronounce her name wrong. And Mr. Waltz is going to go waltz into the dance, and this is what America needs. This is what the world needs. All that I have to be is happy, and things get better. But if I get frazzled up and shit, things get worse. And I'll tell you what, Lebanon is like lemonade, and they better watch out, because I'm ready to take a big fucking drink for 50 Americans that was murdered in Beirut when President Reagan was in office. Boy, I'll tell you what. It's been a long time, George Fairhart. It's been a long time, Fahar, in Morton, Washington. And those Fairharts down there, I think they all should be taken and put into captivity, because I'd like to come down and see every one of them. And I want to see Mark Fairhart, Sonia Fairhart, Ely Fairhart, George Fairhart. I want to see Mike from Mike's TV. Boy, I'll tell you what. You Fairharts down there in Morton, Washington, you're lucky to be alive if you are alive today. And I'll tell you what. My anger is on you. My anger goes through your bloodline. My anger goes straight to Lebanon. And if Iran is backing Lebanon and they fucking are against Israel, I will crush them. I will crush them in ways you don't goddamn understand. Like a terrible sandstorm coming up around their armies and stuff and just goddamn fucking imploding them. They just won't be able to move. Do you imagine the stories in the Bible? How God made all these things happen, kept the fire wind and stuff, and it kept Pharaoh and their armies at bay, while Moses and everybody went across to safety to watch everything implode in and watch it happen before your very eyes if you were a witness back then. Hey, I'll tell you what, you better believe I would get into a good Bible today. Schofield edition, King James Version, and I'll tell you what, if you're doing something so rotten and bad and you put your hand on the red writing and it starts burning your hand, you're going to realize there is probably no goddamn hope for you, or you better goddamn turn around immediately. Because I'll tell you what, you better take the fucking straight road as of this very goddamn moment, because your ass is mine. And that's the truth. I don't even know, but I'll tell you, it just works that way. It just works that way. I woke up, and now I feel better after making this. And you know what? The Holy Father drives me. We're moving forward in America. We're never going backwards again. Donald Trump is done. Donald Trump has done his job. Donald Trump is losing it. Donald Trump is losing it. Donald Trump is losing it. I fucking picked up rocks and threw them on top of rocks and broke rocks. And when I did, I was thinking about smashing his head because I am the rock. Donald Trump's going down like this. And everybody that supports Donald Trump, you better fucking chill out and see it for what it is. Maybe all of you dumpsters and Trumpsters, you need to pick up a King James Version Bible today, and you better start goddamn reading it instead of making up shit in your fucking heads. I'll tell you what, you go down the straight and narrow path, and if you think about harming somebody, you better fucking think again. You go to throw out that fucking cigarette out of your truck, you better think again. You go throw a piece of garbage out of a piece of truck, you better think again. If you see a piece of garbage in your eyes and you say that's garbage, you better have picked it goddamn up, because there's no excuse for you walking past it and not fixing the problem right then. People will get out and they'll just walk past these problems. They'll walk past garbage. If I see people walking past garbage without picking it up, you know what that does to me personally? I'll walk it up and I'll walk over and I'll pick up the goddamn garbage and say, at least I'll pick up goddamn garbage. And who am I? I'm a concerned citizen is what I am. I believe in the Holy Father, and the Holy Father's used me. I'm not better than the next person. I'm nothing more than a filthy cloth. You've all proved it to me. Especially my family. I'm worthless to them. They've said harsh things against me. They've done things to me, and they know they have. You don't go around disrespecting people. You don't go around name calling. You act like a bully, you are going to be bullied. No one's going to give you any respect anymore. And when somebody looks at me and they fucking don't look at me fucking delightfully, I'm going to stick my finger up and I'm going to say, fuck you. Because why? When I waved to them and I did that, they just frowned at me. So I just turn it around and I go just like that, because they goddamn deserve it. Because they're goddamn bullies. And when you do it, you just look at them and you flip their fucking finger and they make sure. You stand there for 10 fucking seconds so they resonate. Just so they look back and you didn't pull down your finger. That's exactly what you fucking do. And any of you Trump people that do that, anybody disrespectful towards anybody that uses the finger for no reason, you are condemned. When I use my fucking finger like this, I want you to know I'm going right up your asshole, because I am God's proctologist. I told my family I was a proctologist a long time ago. My sister Bonnie says, I get packages all the time. She told me, it's like Christmas all the time. I said, Bonnie, in my life, it's Christmas every goddamn day. I don't have to wait till one time of the year to get even with somebody that I treated bad all year long and give them a gift and browbeat them. I'm not a big Christmas fan. You know why? Because it's a bunch of little red suckers that don't believe in the Holy Father to begin with that gets together that day. That's the only day that I've ever seen where all these people that treat people bad expect everyone else to sit down with them and have dinner. My family members know I haven't sat down with them for dinner for many years. I don't even go into their homes. When's the last time I've been into one of my family's homes? Huh? I've never been in Jerry Wright's home. You know why? Jerry Wright, I have a direct grievance with you, and you're my brother. It stems right to Lebanon. And you're going to see how goddamn angry I am. And America, beware. Donald Trump is the Antichrist. And you better get it straight, and you better get it right this time. You know why? Because the Holy Father is coming down on the whole world. The world is an oyster, and it is my pearl. I'm telling you the truth. That's just the way it is. I pick up garbage. I try to take care of things that's around me. Oh, and yesterday, I unburied a tire out of the sand and ripped it out of the sand. It was in there pretty good, like a tooth. I pulled it out with no Novocaine. And it was good for me. It was good to clean up. And I pulled up more piece of cable out of the water down there. That piece of cable that I pulled out, it was stuck in the sand really deep, and I just worked it out of it, and it was a good workout. It's good for you to do good things. And you know what? You don't need to be paid for them either. You get out and do it. And by the way, people that have a lot of money, for the people that has and the people that has not, these are people that has all this. They're doing scummy things to keep what they've got. They better fucking straighten their goddamn assholes out. Because all of them and those rich houses and stuff up above, not that they're bad people, but some of them have bad attitudes. Like I said a long time ago, when somebody says, why are you down at the river talking to these people? Like these people was less important than them. I said, these people down here are homeless and these people are nice. These people are nicer than the people that live in these houses and stuff that treat people horrible. That treat people horrible. When you see somebody, maybe you should offer them a glass of water. Maybe you should just say hello. That's good enough for water. But I want to see elbows and assholes across the United States of America, and I want people to get behind being correct. You can vote any way you want, and God Almighty is the judge. I see. When I see stuff that doesn't agree with me, it makes me sick. It literally makes me sick. Anyway, you have a nice day. I see sick things all the time that makes me sick. People don't even clean up their dog crap when their dog takes a crap on the walkway where people are walking. I walked up the road 7 feet wide. They have a nice trailer right here along the walk, and people let their dogs crap right there and walk off. You don't need to even own a dog. If you can't take care of your dog, get rid of your dog. If your dog is bothering your neighbor and you've got that dog to bother your neighbor, you get rid of that dog, and you get rid of that goddamn dog today, just like doggone Donald Trump. And there you go. Thank you for your time, and you have a wonderful day. My name's John T. Wright, and beware. The Holy Father's Son is here. And Donald Trump has been destroyed, put down, old Yeller. We've done everything except shot him, but somebody nicked him in the ear. And that's no more than a Republican trick to take away your gun rights. Trick or treat, and that's what they do. My name's John T. Wright, and they're not. Nobody's going to take gun rights away in the United States of America. You know why? I like guns. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.